How's it going, everybody? Welcome to another video by Agent Studio. So what if you never had to waste time on an YouTube video again? What if instead of skipping through a 50-minute video trying to find the 2 minutes of actual value, you could just ask the video what you need to know? That's exactly what we are going to be building today, and let me give you guys a quick demo. As you can see, it starts with the Telegram trigger. So let me open up Telegram. Let's start.
I'm ready to summarize a YouTube video. Please provide the link.
So I picked this particular video to get a summary. So this is about a great book called Atomic Habits by James Clear, one of my favorite authors. Switch back to Telegram. It's going through all these processes. It's so fast because we are using Gemini, and it's watching the video and it just sent us the audio as well as the text.
Here's a 4-point summary of the video. Point 1, marginal gains. The video emphasizes the power of small, incremental improvements, 1% better each day, and how they compound over time to produce significant results. Conversely, it also points out how small negative habits compound negatively. Point 2, systems over goals. The video...
Just let's pause it for a second, and we could actually ask follow-up questions from the bot. I want to elaborate on this, the point 1.
All right, let's delve deeper into the first point regarding marginal gains. Point 1, the compound effect of small changes. The central theme is that consistent, tiny improvements, even as small as 1% each day, accumulate and compound over time, resulting in substantial positive change. This is not about instant gratification, but about the long-term impact of...
Okay, this is pretty nice. So I'll be using this quite often, to be honest, this bot. Let's go into details. So one of the first things that you have to do is set up the Telegram trigger. So in order to do that, you have to connect to a Telegram account, not the Telegram account, but the Telegram bot with NRN. To do that, you have to create a new credential, and let's call it Agent Studio YouTube demo. You can put whatever name that works for you, and you have to fill in the access token, and when the access token is filled, it's going to tell us whether it's actually working or not. So there is a process to do that. It's very simple. You have to go to Telegram, and once you're on Telegram, go and search for bot father. So I'm gonna search for bot father. Okay, we can start, and now it's green. It's gonna give us like all the commands it has. You can see your current bots. You can create new bot here. If I select that /new bot, it's gonna ask for a name. This has to be unique, and let's call it not this. Actually, I think the username is one that is unique, so let's call it Agent Studio demo. Okay, it's asking us for a username, so let's call it Agent Studio. Let's give it in camel case. So in camel case, every word starts with uppercase letter, with an uppercase letter, but there are no spaces. Demo bot. There is something important. You have to end your username with the name with the word bot. Agent Studio demo bot. Now it actually checks whether it's available. I mean, if it's taken, you cannot take it. Now it has given us an API token. Use this token to access the HTTP API. Okay, you have to keep it secure. Do not share it with anyone else. Okay, and if we click save, and it's going to test and tell us whether it actually, now the connection tested successfully. But since I have like my own, I'm just going to delete it here. delete, and I'm switching to my original Telegram bot. Okay. Now if we go back to my chat, the bot chat, Agent Studio, let's try to send the same video again. So I could track how things look like. You had a test workflow. It's going to get the last message on Telegram, and it's going to run through the workflow. Okay, if I go into the Telegram trigger, double click on it, it's actually still running. Now it just gave us an answer. Okay, double click on this. If you can see, all the IDs and everything is here. To summarize this video, this was the message that I just sent. Then there is a switch node. Switch node, what it's doing is it's picking the message.text from, so here the message from the Telegram trigger. If you set that to schema, so message.text is right here. So this is a message that I sent. You could actually like drag and drop this element from here to here, and it's checking whether it exists, whether this particular field exists. The other end is whether message.voice exists. So either it's text or voice. If I send a voice message, it's gonna tell us like there will be a voice field. If that is a text message, there will be a text field and no more voice field. Since in this case this is a text message, so the text field exists but not the voice field. Okay, since it was a text, it's gonna go through the text flow, and there is a mapping node here. What it's doing is it's just taking the json.message.text, and that's it. And the reason to do that is because in case it's a voice message, we had to actually get that file from the voice.file ID. That's the JSON that you're going to see the JSON here for the voice, and you can take the json.message.voice.file ID, because you have to first of all download that file and send it through the speech to text. I'm using OpenAI speech to text to transcribe the audio. And once you have that, like the file from the audio, it's the direct input. You don't have to do anything here other than like adding this particular node because it's taken from the original input data, and it's going to give us the same field as you see here, just a text field. That's it. And now we have the YouTube agent. So the agent, inherent agent, which has the chat model, memory, and tool. So I have been calling it the YT agent. So this is a tools agent, as you can see, and I'm defining the prompt here, and the prompt is the user prompt is coming from json.text, the previous text message. That's mapping from here and here, like anything works, because both of them are coming from the same text field. It works for both of them. That's why we have this edit field node. Okay, so JSON.text is there, and there is this system message. You're a highly skilled summarization expert. Your task is to create a concise 4-point summary of YouTube video and all that information. And you can add, like, enrich it however you like, and do not mention the title of the video in your response. So all of that information will be within the system message. Okay, and then how hook this up with the Gemini chat model, mainly because I'm using Gemini 2.0 Flash here. The main reason is I'm I'm attaching a link in the description if you do not know how to set up Gemini, within Vertex. You can actually do that. It's quite straightforward if you read the docs. Or you could use any other model. If you're using OpenAI, you could use GPT 4 Mini 4.1 Mini, and if you're using Anthropic, you could use Haiku. Uh, Haiku is a pretty good lightweight model, and have added Windows buffer memory as the memory. And as you can see, I'm using the Telegram triggers json.message.chat ID. If you go back here, it's message dot this one. That's what it has mapped to. So it's keeping a memory of your entire conversation. So this is the interesting one, and this particular watch YouTube video node. This is actually an HTTP node. This is an HTTP post node. If you can see, the method is post, and this is completely free, and this is a completely 100% legitimate way for you to get a transcription of a YouTube video. This is very cool. I'm not using Apify or any scraping like platforms here. I'm using a simple like a tool that I found online, and it's like working seamlessly without any blocking or anything like that. So the tool is calm.ai. You don't have to like sign up to this platform or anything. All you have to do is set up a HTTP like HTTP node and set the method to post, and you can name it whatever you like, but make sure that agent knows about that, the name and everything, and copy this URL api.com.ai/API. I think it's pronounced as com or could be com. I'm not sure. And there should not be any authentication at all. So this is a publicly available free API, not an API, but a tool. And you have to send a body. I'm using these fields here. There is something called the format. Format has to be true, and there is something called the video ID. Those are the only two fields that we'll be sending as the body. So for the video ID, this has to be selected by the model. So the agent, the YouTube agent, actually select this for us, and it's a required parameter. So that's all you have to do. So the format body parameter set to true, and the video ID parameter set by AI. And then there is this code node, the magic clean node. So what it's doing is very simple. And I'm using Python here, and there could be people who have been using JavaScript. I'm quite familiar with both, but I love using Python when it comes to data manipulation and everything. So I'm importing the native regex library from Python, but here as well, you could. I'll tell you guys, how to get this resource for free. So you don't have to do anything, take screenshots or will do anything. You could just import it right from the NNN automation template JSON file that I'll be sharing, and I'll tell you guys, how to get it in the end of the video. All right. So what this is doing is actually taking the raw output from the agent, and it's putting things such as if there is a numbered list involved, it's adding point as a prefix because that way it sounds more natural when it goes through the TTS, the text to speech. So instead of just calling one, it'll be calling point one, point two, and that's pretty amazing. And at the same time, there'll be some formatting stuff that the agent will be adding to our text. It looks good on the text, on the Telegram text, but certain times there could be like the text to speech will also be pronouncing them like asterisks and things like that. We don't want it. So I found a bunch, but the asterisk is the only one that I have removed here. But you could add more stuff if you want. And that's for the TTS and audio component. But the text is quite simple. All we do is just take the YT agent's output and JSON.output from here. You could drag and drop it here to the text. This is a send text node from Telegram. And for chat ID, again, you have to map it to Telegram triggers json.message.chat ID. All right. And then this goes to the TTS of OpenAI's TTS. You have to take the JSON.output again from the agent, the same thing that we added here. And of course, I'm making sure that the input and the output looks exactly the same. I mean, in terms of fields, when it comes to the magic, the code node. So it goes to the OpenAI's TTS node and generates an audio file for us. And that particular audio file, you have to make sure that you select Opus instead of MP3, and usually it defaults to MP3, but add this option of Opus when you are generating the TTS from OpenAI, because unless you set that to Opus, it will not show as a voice recording kind of that wave format on Telegram, and it will look like a file if you default it to what it used to be, I mean the MP3 format. And then comes the send audio node from Telegram, and it's just taking the input from OpenAI, and then it's gonna send it to the same chat ID. So yeah, if you want to get your hands on this template for free, make sure to join the Agent Studio community that I just launched. For a limited time, you can join for just $9 per month, and you get a full 7-day free trial to test everything out. So you don't really have to pay anything if you don't want to. You can find the template here in under NNN AI automations. The resource file is here, and you can take it for free. And because this comes with the 7-day free trial. For those who don't know, I spent the last decade designing and building enterprise AI applications as a founder and CTO of multiple startups. I'm pouring tons of content into this community as we speak. I'll also be scheduling daily live calls where I'll personally help you with anything AI and automation. Thank you.